Hello again, everyone. It's Melanie. This will be part 3 of me working on these little book cover folios. So what I've been doing is using, when I buy these soft cover paperback books like this, to use the inside pages to recycle them. I end up keeping all these covers, and other than just using them as cardstock, I was trying to think of something to do with them. So I've been folding them into these little folios, and I made this one in, before part 1. So there's this one, and then the second one that I worked on in the last video is this one. And I'll take this stuff out. This is what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna make some filler for it, make some things for it. So here's this one with the pockets and little painting and stuff I did to it. And then in the interim, I made one more. So this is the other half of this book. This was a paperback book on, or a soft cover on quilting. Irish chain quilts. I think it went like that, or no, maybe it went like this. It went, you know, the direction that I went on this one, which has all the paint and stuff all over it. This one's very vintagey and distressed and whatnot. And for the pockets on this one, I just used some craft cardstock, and I just, this is some 8.5 by 11 that I have, so I just cut it into pieces and then collaged paper on top of each of these. That way it's sturdy enough to use as a pocket, and then I just grunged it all up. Or anyway, so what I'm going to do today is make some inserts for both of these. Some writing places, some journaling spots, that kind of thing. So the first one I think I'll do is, I'm going to do this like little tablet style. So this is just a piece of that, actually this is that cardstock that I used for the pockets. So here's a strip of it that I cut to the width of my page. So I think this is like 3 inches. So I cut that, and then this one I can't use, I don't need the whole height. So I'm gonna just fold it over, crease that, and then I'm just gonna trim this on the back. So what I did in this little one, I did one of these and I collaged a little bit on the front, and then I just stitched some paper to the inside, like a little notepad folio thing. So I grabbed some assorted, just scrap kind of, that's too small, scraps of paper. And I think I'm gonna use, this is a good place to just use up some paper, some writing paper kind of thing. So I'm going to use the sewing machine now, just really quick. I'm just going to lay these, I've got these 4 sheets that fit. I'm just going to lay them inside this little tablet piece here. Put a clip on it so I'll hold it in place. And then all I need to do is stitch. I'm just going to stitch back and forth right here across the top. Okay, so I stitched across there to hold that in. That'll work right there, and then I just need to put something on the front. I'm going to collage the front of that. And I think I'm going to use one of these little Farm Mirage. Oh, that's pretty. Actually, I'm going to do that one because it's so bright. I'll link to her Etsy shop below. I assume it's she, they have all these public domain images, but they're all arranged on at 2x3, so you don't have to mess with resizing them, and I bought a whole bunch of them. I need to reprint because I've been using them so much. But I'll link to that Etsy shop below where I got these images. Let's see, let's put something behind it. Do I like that? I think I do. And then I'll add this on top of it. Actually, it's not bothering me, but since I have been distressing, once you start distressing the edges of stuff, I feel like you kind of need to distress all the edges. Which is probably why I try to stay away from it, because then I feel like I have to do it on all my edges. I like that. It's, you know, it needs something else. It needs a stamp or something maybe right there. Let me grab my stamp. I like that. There we go. So we've got a little tablet book that has some writing pages in it. So there's that. And then I was going to make one for the bigger book too. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I think I'll put some of this Scantron in there. I love using these Scantrons for lists because they're already numbered and everything. And if you don't have Scantrons, my uncle actually gave me these. If you don't have Scantrons and you live near a near a university, they usually sell them in the bookstore. So I'm just going to trim this. Let's see. Actually, after line 25, this way. So there's that one. It's kind of off here down on the bottom. So there's that one, and it has, ooh, you can put a lot of lists in here. Anyway, okay, so there's that piece. And then what do we want to put on the front of it? Oh, I got these the other day. Aren't they cute? These little hearts. Hearts. So since the other folio, this one is kind of bright and whatnot, and where was I gonna put that? I guess I can put it wherever. Kind of like this guy on it. So let's put this squirrel on there. So he needs something behind him. How about some knitting? I think that's just what he needs. A single rib knit. Just curious if I could pull this card apart. Oh yes, much better. Now that's thinner and I still get to use the back of it. You know, sometimes when I sit here and work and I have this big table here and then all my stuff, I feel like I'm constantly crowded, and I think to myself, how big of a work surface would it take for me to not get crowded? Maybe I need one that I can sit in the middle of, you know, like you sit in the middle. That's what I need. I have to have my husband build me one of these. Like a table like this. And it has an opening. Okay, so here's your surf. This is all work surface. And here's you in the middle in your chair. Woo, and you can spin around. And then one side has an opening like this that flips up. You know, like the counter flips up like that. So you can go inside and then you're in the circle. And then maybe they'd be rounded. I don't know. But then you'd have your sewing machine and your paper cutter and your stuff that you just need to reach but you don't have to use all the time off on these corners. And then you could have your cutting mat here. Oh, that's what I need. Like a little toddler table where the teacher goes in the middle, except you just go in the middle and then spin around 360 degrees to all your stuff. Okay, I need that table. I need that table. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so there's that one, the little tablet-y thing. And then the next one I was thinking about was just a folder like this. So this is just a piece of cardstock, just folded over. And then this one would just be blank on the inside, so you could write or put something on the inside. But it wouldn't have any pages or anything in it, because that's another thing we could do, is make one that has little pages in it, like a little book. So let's make one for this one. So I'll collage the front of this with the more vintagey papers. Demoralize. No, I don't want that. The War Office. Ugh. Where's Jenny and her babysitting business? little bit of Abraham Lincoln maybe. I think this text, this script, I got off of the New York Public Library digital site, and it's some of the writings of Abraham Lincoln. So we'll get a little Abe going on here. And I think I kind of want to stick with the flowers and whatnot. It's almost too short. And I am going to trim this off. So this is some of the stuff I bought at $1. Some of the stuff I bought at the flea market. It's just some seam binding and whatnot. But this might be pretty with one of these flower cards. Just put some of that down the side, maybe. Like that. I'm gonna use this glue though. I think it works better. And you could sew this, sew something onto. Really, I'm just decorating these little cover things. There we go. And then this one, I think, instead of cutting the whole card, I think I'll fussy cut this one. Yes, I like that. Just a light dusting of on the front. Okay, hopefully that will hold on top of that lace. Kind of burnish it down. I think I put my rose on there a little bit crooked, but that's all right. So that one can go in another pocket here, maybe right there. I may have to put some more glue on that if it doesn't hold. And then we need one for this booklet. And I think since this is the writer, I think I'm just going to use a piece of this scrapbook paper. And that could go in here. And this one, remember, I'm just going to leave blank inside. But I could put a label on there. Actually, I just saw these over there. These are from the Dollar Tree. And since this is this one's cuter though. Yeah, I like this one better. So I'll put a little label on the front of this. So another journaling spot, little booklet style. And then for the next one, I think I'm gonna make an actual little booklet. So for that, I think I'm going to use this paper. So I have lined paper inside. So we can do this one first. And that's not tall enough. So I need another piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, yes, this. And I want it, I guess I could measure and then I wouldn't have to keep doing this. And then I have some pages I can put in here. Actually, I'm going to trim this on the paper cutter, on the big one. So I'm going to take it over to the paper cutter and trim it there. I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one. Instead of binding it with a pamphlet stitch, so I'm going to staple this in. That's a lot faster than sewing it. I kind of like that. I think I do. Put a label on the front of this one too. And I thought I had one of my little watercolor labels sitting here. Is that too Christmassy? Let's see. These are, it's just watercolor squares that I painted on paper and then printed them on sticker paper. Oh, I like that one. Okay. So we have this little booklet that's just completely empty inside. You can journal right in there. And then we have this little booklet that has, oh, look what I did. I put it in upside, I put this on upside down. Oh well. So then this has sheets of paper that you can journal in this little booklet with the upside down first page. So that one I'm going to put in there. It's still kind of bugging me that this is short. I don't know why I cut it so short. Or is that, that's not 11 inches, is it? Oh, that's why, because this is 11 inches. So that's as long as the paper was. Okay, so 3 more pockets. What else did I do in this other one? Oh, I was gonna put a library card in this one. This is one of my library cards, and then I was gonna show you too, on this page where it was part of the cover of the book, I used a piece of vellum instead of a solid pocket, so I could see the quilt through the vellum. And then I thought that would be a perfect place because it just fits. That library card just fits there. Oh, so I need to make a little booklet style for this one. And for that, I can just use a piece of this cardstock. Oh, that might be pretty on there. So I can collage behind it. and then put the front of this card on there. And I want some safe book text, so we're going to go back to Jenny and her babysitting. And since I'm gluing, the piece that I'm gluing onto is smaller than the piece that I'm gluing on, I'm going to put my glue on the piece that I'm gluing onto. Okay, like that. But I think it needs some a little bit of that. And I think I like this. Kind of like it like that. Do I want it up and down, or do I want it? I think I like it across. Okay. Maybe it could use a stamp. Kind of have a stamp thing going on in this one. That might be that'll be the way that I bring some floral into it. That's too big. Here's one. Use this. I like that. Okay, I like that. And then for pages, paper inside that one, I can do more of this lined paper. Staple very far down. Okay. So there's a little booklet for this one. Can go in there. And then I did bring out some of this ledger paper. So I need to make some kind of, do I want to do another multi-page? Oh, I know what I might could do since this is longer. I could do it in like a tri-fold. So what if I folded this? Then I don't want one that's already creased. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so if I get a piece of this, it hasn't already been folded. And then fold it in thirds. Let me get that out of the way. So I'm going to fold it in thirds. This. And then I can trim. There's stuff falling all over the place in here right now. if I get up again, I might trip. There's so many things have fallen on the floor. Trim it about there. So this one, this will just be like a trifold. Does it need a label? Maybe it needs, a vintage label or something. Yeah, I think I'll use this red. I'm not very good at this distressing. I end up with these shapes that look like the dauber. I want it right in the middle. Okay, that magazine's finished. So for this one, I just took a piece of ledger paper and made a trifold. So you can write and journal all inside of here, all over here, and then that's the front. And then I could probably go ahead and use this piece to make one of those same things for this smaller journal, smaller folio. Kind of growing on me. So in this little folio we have, it opens up to a library card and a little journaling card, and then flip it open again and it has its own little graph paper tablet and a little book, a little notebook. And here we have a blank journaling card, put some pictures or something in there. And then this one is a piece of ledger paper folded up inside that pocket. And then this one, I think we still need to make one more piece. This one opens up. Oh, two more. How did I get so behind? Oh, because this one didn't have a library card. I guess I could. Now it does. So it just needs one more. And I can just do a journaling card for this one. Trim this. Oh, almost fit. And inside this one, let's see, what color do I want there? Okay, I like that. So then this one that's the covers, and it opens up as a library card in the pocket and a little fold-out card, just a plain folio. And then you open it up again, and it has, actually I'm going to switch these. It has a booklet with lined paper. No, I didn't like that there. And a trifold piece of ledger paper. Go in there. And then this one is the little flip-up tablet, and it has some Scantrons in it, so you can make little lists. And it has a plain journaling card in one pocket. So that's what I've made so far. These are fun. I think I'm gonna make a couple more. It's fun making them different. You know, like this one is all distressed and vintagey on the inside, and then this one is kind of bright and crazy on the inside. So, fun stuff. You guys let me know if you give it a try. I'd love to see what you make, and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. If you enjoyed this video and this little series, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.